First and foremost, the carbon net zero. What is a carbon net zero? Actually, what is the carbon net zero? As we proceeding, there are the three change driver in the industry. First is the legislation and regulation. Second is the sustainability and circularity. Third is the to meet the customer needs and expectation. Another two. Fourth is the utilizing the emerging technology, IT, IoT, ML, 3D printing. So fourth is the performance and cost. Fifth is the performance and cost. If these change drivers you consider and try to make your strategy, the organization can survive next 100 years. First thing is how to get the net zero. See, any factory or any industry when they produce, there will be some greenhouse gas emissions. But this emission has to nullify. Our mother plant has given, to some extent they can absorb, because due to the forestation, the carbon dioxide is released, they can absorb and nullify. But today, when this economy was developed, crude-based economy, when the earth housed only 1 billion people, today with 8.2 billion people, same system of linear economy, take, make, use and throw won't work. We have to change the economy from linear to sharing to the circular to the green economy. Sharing economy, all you know about the Ola, Uber, and etc., capacity utilizations and etc., sharing the platform. Circular economy is the one whether we call the tire to tire project. Simple example. So you make the tire from different ingredients. Then after the use, collect those tires. Simple example, you do the first is the pyrolysis in organized way. Then you get a 4 major component in your tires. One is the what's called about the tire process, the pyrolyzed oil, TPO, which is about 50%. And the filler, which make carbon plus zinc oxide and other, is about 30%. Steel tar cord will give about 15%. Another is a 5% heat. Now this TPO 50% oil, after fractional distillation, part of the oil will go to the refineries, which will be used for the synthetic rubber, which will be used for the carbon black, and also it will go to the process oil manufacturers. So this will be the recycled way. And this steel cord, scrap steel, will go to the steel industry. And all the organic tire cords in separate way, when you do the crumbs separated as a PET bottle, you can get the recycled polyesters. So these all again as the raw material is go to the tire. This is called tire to tire project. So nothing should be available for the landfill. And how it can be done? Number one, which is called energy transition. Today, the tire industry, steel industry, cement industry, organic tire cord, synthetic rubber, they produce maximum either the crude based or a lot of energy. So energy has to be converted to the non-renewable to renewable. That is solar, wind, hydro, biomass, geothermal, or tidal. Today we are using on the solar, wind, hydro. This is not sufficient enough. Next comes the material transition. There is the crude based to non-crude based. That means existing crude refinery will be converted into the biorefinery. In this way, there are certain raw material manufacturers like Lances and other, they've already started the work for the biosynthetic rubber and so on. Next is the waste transition. When the waste transition, when the waste reduction, the weight reduction, or the converting waste to the wealth is a philosophy of circular economy. Then wasted resources. Suppose the asset utilization, you have a capacity of not utilizing. This is also against the circular economy or the net zero. Then you have a wasted life cycle, wasted embedded values. Because, this understanding has to be there for each and every one. Then we can go to the carbon net zero. Today, whole global, they are considered by 2050 India is 2070 because today India 70 to 70% energy coming from the coal. Until unless it's convert, this is a gigantic task. I think the government of India giving the policy by 2070 will be net zero India can achieve. But tire industry in India by 2030 they're considering 50% carbon neutrality and 2050 100%. But in this direction, a lot of work has to be done on the raw material suppliers, like decarbonization, like steel industry. Instead of blast furnace, they have to go by arc furnace. They have to use the scrap steel. Carbon black industry, instead of crude oil, they have to consider biomass, biosource. As for example, monolith or the other sources. Similarly, synthetic rubber, they have to also considering the biosource or the recycled oil in the refinery. Similarly, the organic tire cords, they have to consider the natural sources of their raw materials. Alternate solution is the, let us, carbon black to silica based on the biomass. That means rice husk. This is getting popularity. A lot of industries coming that way. Future is with respect to employment, with respect to carbon neutrality, recycling industry will come in a big way. A lot of investment is going in Europe. Recycling industry, organized sector, or the big corporate, they should come forward. This is one way. Second way, what are they considering? Any product people are throwing it, general public as a whole, they have to pay some taxation. And that's the way the Europe, USA, Canada is doing. India, we are pursuing that anywhere rubber product you change tire, you pay the tax. That will be accumulated, help for the development. So carbon neutrality is not the government job. It is the job of individuals and everyone. Last but not the least, carbon capturing. How it can be done? By, instead of deforestation, it should be afforestation. There should be a carbon dioxide, carbon capture, or carbon, what he considers sequestration. That means you have to capture the carbon to underground and convert this carbon to different chemicals. That is the ultimate solution. In this direction, multinational companies like Exxon, Shell, all are working carbon capturing technology. Okay, thank you.